What is going on, guys? Jack here, and this is just a quick little video to let you guys know that TCS 2020 is out. Yes, TCS, of course, being the custom skin that I use and have used for the last 2 years now in Football Manager. A great skin made by Tom. You can find him over on Twitter at TCS Skin. This is also going to double up as a little bit of an install guide for getting a skin of your choice. So down in the description you'll find a download link for this skin. You will get a RAR file and it'll be a .rar. You need to extract it out and you will get a folder that looks like this one here, TCS 2020. If you don't know how to extract files using WinRAR or your software of choice, I'll have a link to a tutorial I did on that in the past down in the description for you to check out. But basically, zip files are folders that are made into, just bundled up essentially into a little package. Because obviously if you've ever tried to send a whole folder, that doesn't really work on computers. But anyway, once you get the file, you can extract it out. You'll have a folder. Within this folder, you'll have all these folders, which you don't need to worry about. And all you need to make sure is that this folder exists in your Football Manager user datas folder. Now, my folder up here will be different to the location that you have, simply because I've got a custom user data folder set up. I will link down in the description where this is by default. You might have to hunt around for it a little bit. It's where all your in-game files exist. Of course, you've got stuff like your graphics, screenshots that you might take, tactics, basically anything you save to do with Football Manager lives in your user data, and you need to have a skins folder, which if you don't have you can create, and then just make sure the TCS folder exists within there. And then once you've got that in there, come in game, come to preferences, and then from the skin drop down, if you've done it all correctly and it's in the user data folder, you will have TCS 2020 v1.1.1 that you can select and it'll be fine. Just as a word of caution, two things. Firstly, this skin is designed and primarily supports 1920 by 1080 displays. If you're on a laptop that's lower resolution, you will run into issues. To develop the skin to work for those lower resolution machines, it would be like creating a whole new skin from scratch, just because you'd have to compromise a lot of the design of the skin for larger resolution monitors. But and the other thing just to be aware of is this doesn't include graphics. So if you want your face packs, your logo packs, your kits, you need to download those separately. They go in your Football Manager user data folder in graphics, not skins. And then for those, you need to go to preferences, reload skin, and clear cache. Maybe I'll do a separate video explaining that. With all my graphics that I use, you can find them linked down below. I know for a lot of you that is really obvious information, but if you're new to the game, if you're just getting started with modding your Football Manager, I appreciate that it's all a little bit alien when you first start. So in terms of the main features with TCS 2020 this year, the club page looks absolutely phenomenal. I've got a Stadium Mega Pack installed here. I just absolutely love the layout of this screen. On the player profile screen, much like last year's TCS skin, we've got pros and cons at the top, the comparison panel. You can see here there is a new progress chart, which is really nice, using the new Youth Development Centre that wasn't available last year. Form 20 comes back, so if you want to see a player's form over the last 20 matches instead of the last 5, that is an option for you there. I know last year a lot of people had complaints that the kind of scout player button didn't work. And what I mean by that is I need to find a really random player that I've not scouted. Let's go with this guy. If you were on this screen here on a player that wasn't your own, you would run into issues where it would basically say this and there'd be a Scout Now button, but it didn't work. Now, if you have a comparison kind of panel set up in the top right, you can just hit Scout Now. That will instantly trigger a scout report, which is really, really nice. So lots of little improvements there for the skin, which obviously is just much welcome, as well as the club panel and the player profile panel. Tactics screen returns much like it did last year. It has the player faces and such showing. The reason that this is all broken now is because I'm in a match to show you guys how things look. So again, you've got the player faces. This will actually look slightly differently when you're not in a match, but yeah, the tactics screen has a nice, beautiful looking overhaul. And as you can see, when it comes to the matchday experience, slightly changed UI here. If you're curious, this is a Norwich save that I was doing in the beta in my own time. I holidayed forward a year and then took over them after they were relegated. We've bounced back well, 7th in the Premier League in our first season, but missing out on European football. But no, it's been a good little save. You can kind of just see how everything's laid out just a little bit more cleanly across the board. It's a really, really nice skin. And of course, this is only the first version of it. There will be more versions coming soon, and you can obviously keep up to date with those over at TCS Skin on Twitter, and maybe I'll make a video or two as new updates come out. But anyway, that's a little overview of the skin. Hopefully you do download it, and if you do download it and enjoy it, make sure to go and say a big thank you to Tom for all the work he does. The fact he managed to get this skin working in FM20 so soon after release is a really impressive achievement. Lots of nice improvements over last year too, and it's only going to get better, which obviously is a really, really exciting thought. So yes, that's all from me today. If you have any issues, let me know them. I'll try and help you out. If you see anyone asking for help, maybe you can offer it down in the comments as well. Let's help each other out, shall we, folks? And yeah, well, until the next one, I will see you guys later. Hopefully you like the skin. I'll be using it throughout this year. And yeah, I'm really, really excited. Lots of FM20 content coming soon, including a new series starting tonight. So keep an eye out for it, folks. And with that, that's all from me. I'll talk to you later.